Video is a whole different ballgame.
But video can't change what the journey is.
I built the table on my bare back in here.
The dangerous part is that David has full control of the video element of this podcast.
We have a church member who has a list, everybody's name in the church who got COVID. Once it started, he kept a list. If they passed away due to COVID, he just got that in there as well.
He really put Chick-fil-A on there.
He really did.
That's, to me, more
and now they get to see while we clown him.
Lance brought up a question that you said we needed to wait and talk about on the show.
I've already forgotten what it was, I guess, because I'm so nervous.
But you're more worked up about just the practicality of the video element working.
Yeah, because if it doesn't work, it's all my fault.
You might have to go try it today.
Go ahead.
Pig Out, Old Northview, New Dothan High. Best ribs in town. I'm talking about some of the best ribs you will ever eat in your life.
So what you're saying is
we could be having lunch in Dubai.
They have Chick-fil-A there.
They do, I'm sure.
Chicken fingers.
If you skim, can you say you actually read the Bible all the way through?
I've read Genesis more than any other book because every time you try to start a plan, you start with Genesis.
God's not looking down from heaven and being like, well, Broxton can do the shred, Chase can't. So he's higher on my priority list.
All right, welcome to the journey. Happy New Year. This is 2026 and we're finally on video. I finally pulled it off. At least as of right now, I pulled it off. Maybe not when you're watching or listening to this. But right now it's working.
Look at you, Broxton. Officially on video in the studio. It looks good. You do this all by yourself?
No, of course not.
Who all helped?
Well, Auburn, why don't you let them know who built the table?
I built the table on my bare back in here.
On your back.
Pretty much.
I mean, I was in
and
here.
A sandbag.
I was in here with him.
Yeah, he was handing me stuff.
And Bradley helped out with audio. Had some audio problems last week when I tested everything. Steve and Neil and Roy helped out with lighting yesterday.
It's lit in here.
It's a lot brighter than we usually have.
Well, because I don't know anything about lighting. And so yesterday I got people that knew about lighting, and that's why it looks completely different in here, because I was a nervous wreck Thursday. I said, there's no way we're going to record on video Monday morning because I'm not satisfied with this. So, and then of course we have to thank David because he's switching the camera shots, and there's a lot of trust.
Switching so fast you get epilepsy, but
a lot of trust is going into David right now because I can't see what he's doing. So
I trust David. I think he's got it under control.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, the biggest thing with David that this is no secret. We've talked to him. We would tell him this, but like you never know like what you're going to get.
No, that's fake news. Okay. David is all play until it's time to be serious. And then he's serious. All right. Let's be real. Now there's moments of fun play, but he turns the switch.
The dangerous part is that David has full control of the video element of this podcast. So the way he wants to run this, he's pretty much running the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's another problem that I'm going to have.
I can't believe we booted our own producer.
not with David, but like the fact that I have zero control over anything right now except the audio. And before this is all said and done, I'm probably going to lose control of that too. And the only thing that I will do is show up and talk.
That's a problem?
His lips quivering a little bit.
He's been nervous supposedly since he came in the room.
I've been nervous since Thursday.
Of 1 to Chase, how nervous are you?
I mean, I feel like my breathing's still under control. So, but I mean, I just wanted to work. That's all. I'm not nervous. I just wanted to work.
Okay.
I'm not even that worried about like looking at the camera because we've decided that we're not.
As you glance over there.
I didn't glance over there.
He looked at Lance, who has not said anything the entire podcast.
Yeah, good point. Lance, how you doing?
I'm well, man. Just a crazy Monday, but that's all Mondays are crazy. So I'm glad to be here. And just like Chase says, sometimes this is a good escape a little bit. So,
but now your usual show isn't on video, right?
Right.
You're just audio. Have you always been just audio?
Yes.
Turning a new leaf for everybody.
We've knocked around video a few times, but it's never gotten off the ground. So
what would y'all do? Just like stream on YouTube at the same time that you're doing the radio broadcast?
Yeah. And it really kind of defeats the purpose because you want people listening to the radio, but
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's not doable. It's doable, but we just haven't gotten that far down the road.
Well, it would require a whole nother person.
Yep.
Too. So
Like David.
Yeah, like David. Video is hard work. I mean, people think that you just put up a camera and press record, and
some people do. That is all some people do, though.
Well, I don't think that's true.
Some people do. That's all they do.
Okay. Well, not here.
They may not have the capabilities that we have.
Not here on the journey.
Because we're blessed with the capabilities we have.
And if you think about it, all the work that's gone into this, and we're still pretty we just have 3 cameras and that's it.
Yeah.
So
how many do we need?
Well, I'm just talking about adding other elements into the show. Here's a clip from the Fear Factor guy, Joe Rogan, not Ruslan.
Appreciate that.
All that's going to be done in post-production, which is, a running theme for 50 episodes on this show is how little editing I've done. And that's all about to change.
So you're more worked up today, not about necessarily being on video, even though you don't like being in front of people.
Well, that just is what it is. I mean,
but you're really not in front of people.
I'm in front of a camera.
Exactly.
But you're more worked up about just the practicality of the video element working.
Yeah, because if it doesn't work, it's all my fault.
But you've already told us, worst case, if it doesn't work, we got the audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why would I be okay with that though?
No, what he's saying though is if for some odd reason something goes haywire, you still have the audio. So it's the goal is the audio and video, but God forbid you still have one.
Yeah, I know, but I'm nervous about it not working because I don't want to have to go back and forth. I don't want 1 week. I don't want to do video for 3 weeks and then something happens and then we can't do video anymore. Now that we're on video, we have to stay on video. Right.
Well, there's also the lesson of perspective here that's come from Auburn before that I'm trying to tell myself this in, scale of 1 to Chase stress level here, it's really not the end of the world if something goes haywire on episode 51 with the video or 55 or 67 or whichever one it is, we'll be all right.
So
all right.
Chase is telling you to get off the ledge.
I'm not on a ledge. I'm not on a ledge.
You're close.
I'm not close.
You've opened the window.
I don't know if I've ever seen him this way.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that was another thing. I was about to say it before we started, and then y'all said what I say, that hey, that would be great for the show. Why aren't you saying it now? But I was telling David and Auburn, I guess it was Thursday when we were in here setting camera shots. This is not the first time we've done video. I don't remember it being this complicated. We used to do 3 podcasts a week on video. Now, granted, I don't think they were very good.
They were all one-shot podcasts, though.
We had to.
We used to throw up a live stream thing in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah, I remember. Do y'all remember
the time? We had
millions
of viewers all over the world.
Yeah, that's it. Do you remember that time? Do you remember when Passion City was streaming on Instagram during COVID?
No.
And Chase said, "Can you figure this out?" And I said, "I don't know. We'll try." And we did the jankiest bootleg thing.
You were at the golf course. You were playing golf, and I was in his office. And EG was somewhere. We did this thing where it was
me or something.
We called you. We're all live streamed together through the Instagram account of the student ministry.
Yeah.
And I don't know what exactly we were trying to accomplish other than just doing something live like that, unique in different places during COVID, I think.
Yeah.
So we were trying to engage with teenagers.
What a time to be alive that was. But anyway, I don't remember it being this complicated. I don't remember being worked up about things the way that I have been the last couple weeks. But
well, speaking of COVID, we have a church member who has a list. He has a book of everybody's name in the church who got COVID.
Get out.
I promise.
I would be interested.
I promise. Ted Bridges, he's got a list. He kept a list. Once it started, he kept a list. And if they passed away due to COVID, he just got that in there as well.
How about that?
Yeah. Pretty impressive.
Did he tell you why
No.
he decided to do this?
No.
Did you see my name?
I have not seen the list, okay? I have not seen the list.
We should have Mr. Ted on to talk about the list.
Like the Mission Impossible knock list.
Yeah.
We don't need that list out in the open.
The terminal list. I just finished reading that. But
I watched those TV show.
It was good. What'd you think?
I liked it.
You should read the book.
Maybe.
All right. Well, so we've got all that out of the way. I mean, do y'all want to ask me anything else about why I'm so worked up?
Yeah. Why else are you worked up?
This is pretty much it.
There, that took care of that. On to the next thing.
Ooh.
What is another, I don't know. I just never seen you like I felt like you were when we walked in today. So what is another scenario that you've been like you are today?
When
I can tell you he's going to have it again in about a month when they redo these lights up here.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
we have to change it.
Let's get all of my frustration. Well, not frustration, but like the stress that's in my mind and in my body about the studio right now is that I feel like I did nothing last week except this. And it still wasn't necessarily like, I don't know if I would say that it's where I want it to be.
Start where you are, not where you want to be.
But I'm also beginning with the end in mind.
Ooh.
It's all going to change in 2 weeks. So we're going to do, this is episode 51. We're going to do next week, episode 52 and probably 53 because the lighting truss is going up on the 26th. And so
Bring an extra shirt next week. They don't want you to see your same shirt.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. If y'all want to wear the same shirt, it's fine. But anyway, everything that the viewer sees right now will, at the least in 3 to 4 weeks, be turned that way and on that wall so that everything can be permanent.
But it really won't change what they see, right?
It shouldn't change too much. Like it'll still be a black drape and a white table. And maybe one day we'll get the bookcase put together. I'm kind of wondering if we need the bookcase.
I don't
like, I know
so. If we're going to turn it that way, I don't think so.
I know we bought it. And so like we need to use it. So we'll put it together, but I don't know if we need it for the journey.
I'll put it in my office.
Well, no.
The man that has like Florida
like the only office here besides Brother Ray and Chuck, you're the only one that has built-ins.
Dude, they're beautiful.
So anyway, everything will change in 2 weeks, and that's got me a little bit stressed about what we're going to do then. But
what does that old proverb say?
Are you going to tell me?
Something about worries today versus tomorrow.
I think that's Matthew.
Is it?
Matthew 6.
That too.
Matthew 6.
7?
Okay. Well, we made it 12 minutes before somebody made a 6-7 joke.
No, I said 67 earlier, but nobody even called on to it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
He's getting too old. He's losing it.
Okay. So your question was, what else makes me feel like this?
Yeah.
I don't even know if you were this nervous on your wedding day.
I was pretty nervous about that. There was a lot of people out there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, your demeanor was not the same.
Well,
Your hands were sweaty, though. I do remember that.
I was nervous.
We had a thing where you had to speak in front of the congregation. I remember you talking about being nervous about that. I didn't see it manifest itself, but I remember you being nervous about it.
Yeah. Last year when we did the Tell Your Story initiative campaign, whatever you want to call it, during January in lieu of the January book study, I was nervous about that. Much for the same reason I'm nervous about this, in addition to being in front of people. So like, not only did I have to be in front of people, I also had to like present something that I put together. And then of course, when you're working with like software things, different people are going to have different
technological
like
difficulties.
What worked perfectly on my computer before everything went live, of course, didn't work on everybody else's computer. So I was nervous about that. And then, like I said, I had to get up and talk about it and then answer questions. Like a press conference, would be my worst nightmare.
This is kind of press conference.
Yeah, I was going to say,
right
this is
now.
exactly what's happening right now. It's like 3 people are asking you questions.
Yeah, but it's not the same feel. It's just
With the lights on and the cameras on.
we've been doing this for over a year. So I mean, I'm better at this, I think. Audience will be the judge of that.
All right. So new year, 2026.
New year, new journey.
No. Would you say new journey?
I mean, isn't the journey always new?
God is always trying to take you someplace new. So
So to that, Lance brought up a question that you said we needed to wait and talk about on the show.
I've already forgotten what it was, I guess, because I'm so nervous.
He asked if like your one main go-to meal in Dothan, because
One food item.
Yeah, food
One
item.
food item.
Auburn was rocking a hat from a barbecue restaurant in Texas today. And so what food item? Did you answer?
No, I didn't. But do you want me to start?
I think so, since you
Yeah.
brought it up.
Yeah. So Melanie and I were eating lunch at KBC Thursday, and we always get the Laura wrap when we go there, and it's really, really good, and it's really simple, but you can taste everything in it. And it made me think, would this be the one thing that I would get anywhere if I had a chance? And I think Richie B's Philly cheese beat it out just a little bit, but that would be 1, 2 on my list of just single food item. And you guys were talking about barbecue before we started recording, and you had a barbecue item.
Yeah, you might have to go try it today.
Go ahead.
So, Pig Out by Old Northview, New Dothan High. Best ribs in town. I'm talking about some of the best ribs you will ever eat in your life. That would be, I'm just giving a top 3.
Okay.
All right. That, give me the yams at Cookies.
Okay.
All right. I'm telling you, dessert basically. All
Are you a
right?
yam guy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Me either, but
Y'all will grow up one day.
I'm not even a cookies guy,
Yeah.
as we've established. Not like the dessert cookies, but the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you like it?
It just puts me down for the rest of the day.
Well,
I just wanna
can't
go
help
to
that it's
sleep.
that good. All right. And then I don't know. I might have to go back to Cookies on their barbecue chicken.
Okay.
It's like baked chicken,
Mhm.
barbecue on it. Man, mouth watering. I think they have it on Wednesdays.
It's not that cookies is not good. I just don't.
Oh,
like,
it's too good. That's
yeah.
what
I
you're
just
saying.
don't like the way I feel after it.
I understand. I'm not
That's-
that way
It's a
with
heavy
Chinese.
meal. It's a heavy meal.
I love Chinese. I mean, I love it, but I just feel terrible after I eat it. So I get it.
Cookies is more of like not a work day thing. So like if you were going,
It's a luxury.
if you had just played golf or something and it's time for lunch, then you could go to Cookies and then just go home. You don't want to do anything after you eat
I
cookies.
get it.
Just be better, Broxton.
Give me one more thing to be nervous about. Of course, we're going to Annie Pearl's today for lunch. So, I mean, I've never been there, but it might be.
It's just meat and vegetables.
I've never been there either.
You can't go wrong with the fried chicken, but they got several things good. So what would your go-to item be?
I can tell you Broxton's go-to item.
Let's hear it.
Italian Express chicken fingers.
They are pretty good. I don't know if I would say that's the best thing to eat in Dothan.
No, but all you eat is chicken everywhere you go. For the most part.
unless you go to like a pizza place.
Well, yeah.
But I did.
Unless you go to like a pizza place like named Italian Express.
No. Isn't it like really just Express Family Restaurant?
I think that is what it is.
Where did
They
the
changed it,
Italian
yeah.
come
Yeah.
from?
It used to be.
It used to be, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have pasta and stuff.
They do, but 9 times out of 10, when we go there, I do get the chicken fingers. Okay, so Kayla and I eat Kyoto a lot, and I eat chicken there, of course.
Of course.
What do you order at Kyoto?
We get the kit roll and split that, and then we split the hibachi chicken with double rice instead of vegetables.
Yes, sir.
But there was a
Dynamite
time.
roll. Have you eaten that?
The what?
Dynamite roll?
No, we don't really branch out, as you can
Dude.
imagine.
Well, it's not, all of it's cooked. It's so good.
Well, there was a time in our lives when, before we started eating the kit roll, where we would both get hibachi chicken. And every time we do that now, I'm like, I can't believe that I used to eat this whole thing by myself. But the way we started with the kit roll is one year we went for Valentine's Day, and we were there for like 45 minutes after we had ordered. And so they were obviously very busy. And so they had forgotten our food. And so they said, here's a dessert and here's a kit roll that you can try. And then we've been getting that ever since.
Works every time.
So I would say Kyoto is probably number one.
You know, I used to third wheel there with y'all like all the time. You remember that? We used to go like all the time when y'all first got married.
Well, you say that I remember everything. And so I'll just pretend to remember that.
You don't remember?
I guess maybe
we would
fakely.
Always go.
But I'm struggling to think of like something that tops Kyoto. We go to Texas Roadhouse a lot, but of all the places, and I don't know that I would say that that's the best food item. And that was the question, what's the best? I'm kind of like the opposite of the Shepherd family. Like, they don't do chain restaurants. I feel like that's
all you do.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Should I list one of the places we go that's not a chain for number 3?
I would, yeah. You like the airport?
Yeah, but we haven't been to the airport in a long time.
Right.
That's good. Dinner Bell. I'll put it on the list.
That's not an item. Don't say chicken fingers.
That is a plate.
Country fried steak at the Dinner Bell is pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Okay.
All right, I'm off the clock. It's your turn, Chase.
All right. For me, I'm a big fan of the Nuke's Q pizza at Nuke's. Big fan of the Philly cheesesteak at the Cellar. And then if I'm going to a third, I guess this is simple, but I like my chicken biscuit at Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
He really put Chick-fil-A on there.
He really did.
But that's to me more.
And now they get to see why we clown him.
That's the tastiest in Dothan of all the food items.
I bet you don't even get the spicy one.
I felt guilty for putting Texas Roadhouse on the list.
Of the 6,000 restaurants that are in Dothan. And I love Chick-fil-A, but the biscuit with chicken in it is the third greatest item in the entire city.
That's not even the greatest breakfast item at Chick-fil-A.
I'm saying, like, let's be real. We all know the biscuit is kind of mid. Like, the
it's
chicken
too small.
is good, but like Bojangles biscuit is way better.
Yes, correct.
All right, let me answer.
I can't wait for staff retreat just so I can have another
that may be the
Bojangles
most
biscuit.
comforting for you.
Yes, that's the thing for me. It's more about the experience with the chicken biscuit. I will say Metro Diner has a better chicken biscuit to me. There's like a sweet honey, hot honey chicken biscuit at Metro Diner. That's a better chicken biscuit, but the overall experience, my Fridays at Chick-fil-A, that's why it's the comfort of it.
Do you go by yourself on Fridays?
I do. Most every Friday.
Which one do you go to?
I can't tell you.
He goes to Ross Clark Circle. He's not going to East Dothan.
Yeah. Circle. Sam's Club.
That's also not even the best Chick-fil-A in Dothan.
I think I'd agree with you on that.
I've heard that there's about to be one, and how people just say, well, I heard that they're going to build such and such, but I've been reliably informed that there's soon to be one on 84 by Flowers.
Really?
Across the street from Flowers.
Now, who told you that?
I can't reveal that source.
On camera.
But yeah, on camera.
Okay.
Out there behind like where the Eagle Eye Distribution Center is and Extreme Air and
that
stuff.
whole place.
This would be a perfect time to like say a word and like, all right.
The sound effects are out of reach. I mean, I could get to them, but it's just going to look.
Yeah.
So the sound effects are going to have to be.
Well, they also claim, where that I think it was Rooms to Go or something like that. Over here off of 52, where they're building the new Goldfingers by Bracken.
Yeah.
They claim that's going to be a McDonald's.
Yes, it is. There's
That's
a sign.
insane.
There is a sign.
I know. I know you can throw a rock and hit another McDonald's.
Yeah, like literally both of them are like.
Yeah.
There must be something. There has to be something going right there where they're clicking traffic or watching flow of people, because for them to build the Goldfingers and to build
Well, the Goldfingers to me makes sense because it's right in the middle of the Cottonwood and the 84. So you're hitting that 52. And
yeah.
But we're stepping into territory that we don't know anything about. But I will ask, is Goldfingers only doing that because Slim Chickens opened up a Goldfingers in front of the Goldfingers on Cottonwood Corners?
Yeah.
So like, will they close the Cottonwood Corners one?
No, Slim Chickens was good, but that 84 on Cottonwood Corners or the Cottonwood Corners one, it's always busy when I go in there, especially at lunch.
Well, speaking of lunch, it's been a while since we've gone to lunch with a listener.
Okay. Who wants to?
If you want to go to lunch with us, write us at
The Journey at rbcdothan.org. David, we need to do like some kind of animated
throw in graphic
request for somebody to pay for our lunch.
I'm not requesting that. I'm actually open to paying for their lunch.
Literally nobody brought this up until you did.
What do you mean? Brought what up?
You're the one that brought it up.
I know. And I'm offering to pay for
his wording
lunch.
Was, let's go to lunch with you. Not necessarily let's have somebody buy our lunch.
Yeah. Are we putting that on the discipleship budget or
we'll figure that part out?
The media.
I'm okay.
Missions.
I think it's worth doing. I'd love to have lunch with a listener or now viewer.
Yeah.
First person
if
to
you
comment
email us and we don't want to eat lunch with you, we'll just act like we never got your email.
First viewer to comment on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
Goes to lunch.
Well, that's dangerous though. It could be somebody that we don't.
That's fine.
I think it's okay. I'm good with it.
God forbid we meet new people, Brock.
Another thing to be nervous about.
We got a lot of people that we could say, go comment first. So
yeah, I mean, it could be like Prince Akabubu or whatever.
So what you're saying is
we could be having lunch in Dubai.
Do they have Chick-fil-A there?
They do, I'm sure.
Chicken fingers.
About spew my coffee.
What was I about to say? Oh, an oversight that I haven't done yet that I will have to do before Wednesday, assuming everything goes well, is create the YouTube channel for The Journey. So like we're talking about.
So you're telling me we're going on video and we don't even know if The Journey we can have as a YouTube name?
I'm sure we can't have The Journey. Like I could have done that a year ago and that probably would have been out of, we'll see. I'm only bringing it up to say that we just told people whoever the first person to comment is on YouTube and we don't even know
where to send them.
We don't know where to send them, but that's my fault. So we'll get it taken care of before this publishes.
So a little search too. So not only do you have to comment, but you have to find us.
Why do I think we're going to get to like episode 66 and Brock's is going to go, okay, we got our first YouTube view today. Now that people know where to go.
No. So I don't have like a full plan, but I mean, I know, 6 people off the top of my head. Maybe I shouldn't have said 6 because
or 7.
6 or 7 people off the top of my head that will definitely go subscribe to the YouTube channel immediately.
Who is that?
4 of us in the room, at least.
Well, there's
maybe
4.
5.
I don't know if I've actually subscribed to the Apple podcast one.
Of course you haven't. Have you ever listened?
I listened to one episode when I listened to the one with Lance Whitehurst and one other one.
Lance?
I listen to most of them.
I'm here physically for
You probably listen to more than I do.
Probably so. Because usually if it drops, then I'll probably listen to it going to work the next morning.
I'm going to be much more familiar with our content now because I'm going to have to sit through the whole thing now.
Lance is so close to his house from work that he has to listen to it on 60 speed.
That's right.
Oh, that was a great episode.
Well, we'll
getting those views up.
We'll get the YouTube channel figured out before we.
I skipped the small talk stuff. So usually by the time I get to McDonald's on Main, it's over.
Because we only do 15 minutes.
Speaking of small talk, we're 28 minutes in, so we need to move on from small talk. But
who said?
Well,
Chase.
Is Chase the producer now?
Chase, you got a meeting. David, are we still good? Okay.
Well, my thing. Okay, we do before we move on to whatever, whether it's more small talk or not.
Well, we do have 2 emails to read.
I know, but you're the producer. I'll let you do what you want to do. I do think we need to clarify here. Are we taking somebody to lunch? Or are we not taking somebody to lunch? And what does it mean? How do they let us know?
I mean, the way I heard it, he was he was covering that. So
I will take care of lunch, 100%. How does our listener need to tell us that they want to go to lunch?
Well, the
first comment, bro. Let's do it.
I mean,
there's a chicken biscuit waiting for you.
He seems a little hesitant about the YouTube
That's
first
just
comment.
well, because I don't know the username.
He's nervous.
I don't know the channel name.
With somebody random.
I'm not nervous about that.
All right. Well, timestamp it by email. First person.
No, it doesn't matter channel name because probably you'll create the account and then you'll share it on like Facebook and be like, hey, check out our new YouTube account. And then if they're listening on YouTube and they're the first one to listen on YouTube, then they can just comment while they're hearing it.
I will probably cross post the first few episodes on the Ridgecrest channel just to get the exposure.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, producer, clarify so we know.
First comment
on the
Journey YouTube channel.
First video, episode 51.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
So if you're on the Ridgecrest platform,
doesn't count.
YouTube.
Subscribe, like, share.
Hit the notification bell.
Ding.
David, we need one of those too.
Man, we're just wearing David down today.
Already.
He's writing his to-do list down over there, I know.
You know, David doesn't have to-do list. He just somehow keeps it all together. I don't know how he does it, but okay. All right. So we got lunch figured out, sort of. Now, what do y'all want to talk about?
Where are we going? Who gets to choose where we go?
I think our listener.
I think the listener gets to do that.
Man, we're giving a lot of power here.
All right. So let's set some more terms. Are the two people that have taken us to lunch already? Are they?
Oh, this free game to anybody. First comment. Yeah.
All right. Well, another important thing about first comment on YouTube is you have to make sure that your YouTube username is something we're going to recognize.
Or just put your name in the comment as
well.
Comment your name first comment or whatever.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we can read some emails now and maybe we can get some kind of like fancy email transition.
Or mailbag.
David. Welcome to the Journey.
We just got a letter.
Good question. Should we call it?
Guess
should
what
we
came
name
in the mail today?
should we give the segment some kind of name other than mailbag to make ourselves stand out?
Nothing changes. Nothing changes.
I'm more of a stand back guy.
I think we just keep rolling. Why would we change it now? 50 episodes in.
Well,
he just wants to be more professional, Chase.
Video is a whole different ballgame.
But video can't change what the journey is.
Ooh, but it's not.
Clip that.
But it's not changing. Okay. It's not changing the content of this would just be an add-on, an extra. Be careful what cables you're pulling there.
I just almost pulled my headphones off, but that's all right.
Anyway, this is the mail-in segment. We'll figure it out in post-production. Chase, you have an email to read.
Yes. I'm responding to the last few episodes. The one that you guys spoke about the Bibles. I personally have 3 Bibles in my office at work, 4 on my desk at home, and maybe 4 on the bookshelf in the office at home. I love the Bible. I don't think you can ever have too many. Recently, I had a patient that didn't know who John was from the Bible. I have John 3:16 on the ceiling in my room where I take care of patients. My patients are usually lying down and looking up, and that's what they see on the ceiling. It's pretty cool. Wasn't sure if he was, that's pretty cool. Wasn't in the email. That was my
parenthetically.
Wasn't sure if he was being a little sarcastic, but I felt like the Lord wanted me to give him my devotion study chronological Bible I'd had for several years. He said he liked to read novels. I told him it was the best story he could ever read. He wouldn't take it, but a coworker overheard me and said she wanted the Bible, and I gladly gave it to her. I say keep an extra Bible on hand in case you ever need to give one to someone else. In response to the best episode, I would say I've enjoyed most of them except maybe the alien one. LOL. Some of my favorites were the ones that you had guest speakers that told their testimony, like Lance, Kurt, and I think his name was Mitch.
Let's go.
That's cool, listener, viewer.
Listener X.
That's a neat thing. Great idea to have a Bible on hand to give to people when you have a chance. That's also cool to think that she has that on the ceiling there where she takes care of patients.
So when our wives run us down, well, except for your wife, Lance, because you only have a couple Bibles, but when our wives are like, why do you need another
Which
Bible?
means I always have one to give away.
Yeah. Well, you never know when you might have to give one away. Well, you've got 47. Hey, never know when a stampede's coming in.
But would you give away a Scholar Bible?
Scholar Bible? Probably not, but I have others.
Zipper Bible.
No.
Would you give away?
Nope.
I wish you had brought it.
Bro, I'll bring it next week. I love that thing. I'm taking notes in it. I'm going to pass it down.
Well, Auburn and I gave a Bible.
I don't write notes in Bibles, really.
I've done less and less of that in the last.
I'm trying to do more.
Why have you done less and less writing in a Bible?
I don't know that I have a good answer to that. I just I think maybe it has something to do with the fact that I've looked back at some older Bibles and tried to put myself in the shoes of why did I write that note in there? That doesn't sound like something I would say now. And maybe that's a good thing to just have that and, I don't know, look back on, but I don't want to do that anymore. So my future self looking at this Bible, I won't be cringed out with myself, at least for that reason.
I left my Bible and journal at my house this morning, and I got here and got out of the car, and I was struggling because I did that. So I was trying to think through, do I just...
So Chase hadn't read his Bible today.
No, Chase did read his Bible. That's why...
Should I read one of my other ones?
That's why it's at the house.
Do you feel...
You can't journal in a different one?
Well, my journal that I'm using as I'm reading...
You're like chronologically read.
Yeah, the journal that I use to
You can write it on a little index card and then write it in your journal.
I thought about putting it in just a note or something on my phone, and then...
Hashtag Evernote.
I love it, man. Still to this day.
If you use Evernote, let us know by commenting on our YouTube channel or emailing us at thejourney@rbcdothan.org. Chase is a...
What's wrong with the regular notes? That's my go-to.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with Apple Notes. If you... it's the best notes app out there.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess maybe the struggle is just I have so much already was built into Evernote, and then it was kind of like everything synced real easily, and it just still does. And
yeah, but what happens when Evernote goes under?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm under.
Do you print off your notes? Do you do your messages on Evernote?
Yeah.
So do you print those?
Everything literally is in a notebook in Evernote. So
see,
if Evernote goes under the way Broxton was this morning, can y'all imagine the level that I'd be at? I mean, I'm talking.
That's what I'm saying. You don't ever print any material that you've done?
2020 is how far. Now that's my organized Evernotes.
What did you do before 2020?
I still used Evernote, but there's not. I mean, like I have it from Fraser when I was in Montgomery. I have just a Fraser notebook that has like more notes underneath there. That was from there. Before 2020 or around that time frame, I was still using Word and then like saving on my computer, and I might copy it and paste it in Evernote or something like that. But since then, I've just gone straight to using Evernote for everything.
You used Microsoft Word just for like notes?
Well, for like a sermon outline or like sermon notes, like to teach.
Sermon preparation.
Yeah.
This is such like a niche topic on YouTube about knowledge management systems. You would really fit in with that, Chase, except I just don't see a lot of people using Evernote.
Hey, you find on the journey, you find what works for you, and you be you and stick with it, and don't worry about what other people are doing.
Well, we just all hope and pray for your sake that Evernote never goes under.
I have notes in here from 2016. Passion 2016.
When you...
Did we go to that?
Yeah. That was the year that we all went together.
There's a picture.
You're freshmen in college.
There's a picture of me with maybe you or maybe both of y'all at a Passion back in the day. Where
are you going to find it so we can put it on the...
I don't have social media on my phone, so...
we'll just put on the year. 2016.
Let me look.
Oh, is it not on your photos?
I don't know. I'll look.
Can't you timestamp it? Atlanta, Georgia.
Y'all are making this way too. Let me just look. Y'all
I'm making it way too easy for me.
I don't remember taking a picture with you, and
I don't either.
because you weren't at Ridgecrest, you had left us.
No, I was. Yeah, you're right. I was not with y'all, but I was there with another church.
I remember seeing Lloyd one night. We went to eat.
Yeah, because Lloyd brought back a student that got lost.
Oh yeah,
Because Lloyd was,
he was roaming the streets.
Yeah.
That was the year because I remember
that was in then.
Was he there with a church, or was he also a door holder? Or was
No, I
one
think
year?
he was with a church.
He might have been a door holder too, though.
There it is, man. Found it.
All right, let's see it, and then
Let's see if this is when we stole Chase's clothes.
2017, Auburn and I.
Golly.
well, I'm
I
not
still
interested.
have all that. I still wear those same clothes.
Send it. Can you send that to me so I can remember to?
You gonna show that on the? Is this a post edit experience?
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything visual within reason that we can add to the.
That was in the Georgia Dome. That might have been the last one in the Georgia Dome.
That was
2017 was the last year.
No, that was when they gave us those free Bibles
I think it was. Yeah.
That year, Auburn and I only went to community groups to get
to get a Bible.
get the free Bible.
I still have it on my shelf.
well,
That was the year Louis talked to the dude on the space station.
Yeah, I remember that.
He live streamed, like videoed in the dude from the space station.
why did they do Passion not in Atlanta this year? Does anybody know that?
Maybe
Well-
because it had gotten a little old.
But they had done it.
Yikes, he went there, and now we're on video.
But there was a couple years they did it in like random places too, like Houston and
Well, that
Atlanta.
year,
Atlanta, like
yeah.
3 or 4 places.
that year they did it in Houston and Atlanta. I think.
I think a good change of pace every so often is pretty good, actually.
And I guess in the world of college students, they're like, I'll go to Texas.
And the
instead
Peach
of-
Bowl may have
Oh yeah,
overlapped with it.
That's interesting that had never happened before.
Well,
Oh,
they had actually moved dates because of when the dome was reserved or Mercedes-Benz. I know they've either moved it up or back.
Yeah, it's never been consistent in regards to like the same dates. And I think some of it has to do with depending on the college football climate schedule.
Okay, what were we talking about before we got on that?
Bibles, notes.
Yeah, Evernote.
Yeah, we were from that email to
Okay, well,
kind of
Shout out to
as
our
you
listener.
call it, knowledge management systems.
I'm telling you,
What?
second brain, knowledge management, personal knowledge management, I think is the technical term, PKM.
Hey, as long as they don't ask you to add them up, you're good.
Yeah. But like, see, the problem is you can get into this mode of like trying to future proof. Like if the point of a second brain is like, you can't remember everything. And so the point of it is having a database like Evernote for Chase that you can go and find something. So like, if you know, well, I heard a sermon at Passion 2017, but I can't remember it. I know where it's going to be, but you can go down a deep hole and waste a lot of time trying to future proof everything. I mean, I think it's more likely that Evernote goes under before Apple goes under,
I would agree.
but who knows?
Well, the thing I do like about, and I'm sure, I mean, you can do it in any of these, but yeah, I mean, you could go in and search a keyword or search you know, if I know it was from Passion or something like that, I can go in and search those things and find it pretty quickly versus.
That's what amazes me. Like on the photos, you can do that, whether it's like a year, a date, where you were, like whatever's in the picture. Like you can, like if there's words, you took a picture at Robert's Frost grave,
Hey,
Why did you?
because I know you've been there, right?
we were there.
Oh,
I don't
in
know.
Vermont?
I don't know if have you been there?
Hold on. Let me search my photos app. And
Well, you didn't go with us.
yeah, but I think if it's at the cemetery by that church,
Yeah, it is.
then yeah, I probably did.
I don't remember us walking through the cemetery the way we walked through the cemetery
Yeah,
That
we were deep in the trenches.
when Lila Kate got sick.
Oh man, that was sick. That was the worst. Oh,
So Auburn is
I about puked.
we're driving. We're in Vermont, and it's Lee and I and Auburn and Lila Kate in the rental van,
Found it.
And we're, did you search it? Did you type in?
Well, no, I searched grave.
Really?
Old Bennington Church.
That's crazy. I didn't
So, like,
know.
the haystack monuments here.
Yep.
Some of my family's resting places here.
So we're driving down the highway.
Sorry.
And I'm sitting in the back with Lila Kate. How old was she? She was probably what, 2 or 2?
She would have been under
Maybe.
2. Yeah, for sure.
And all of a sudden she just I'm just like projectile, like it's more like watery than anything, and it's just everywhere. And they're like, "What's going on? What's going on?" I'm like, she's puking. They were like pull off to like this random. I think it was like a bar and grill or something.
It was like
It was a saloon.
Emphasis on the
More
grill.
like it was like sketchy. Like
it was
sketchy.
like a saloon type thing.
And they're like wiping out the car in the car seat. And they're like, "We're sorry." I'm like, it's okay. And then they like run her inside and like clean her in the seat. It was horrible.
I don't know if Samantha Tedder listens to the show, and I don't know if she's going to watch the show now.
Au revoir.
Okay. On my last trip to Vermont, Samantha also puked right in front of me.
Did she really?
We were.
Was I there?
Mhm.
I don't remember that.
We were walking back into the hotel because that was the year.
The Cozy Corner? Did y'all stay there?
I don't remember what it was called. It was
Isn't
It was
that
the
where
one
we
time.
stayed?
Yeah.
It was the hotel that was right behind the library that me, you, and my dad shared a room. Then I had to get
Oh,
I had to get
that would've had
earplugs
to be
Yeah, it
because
was
of
the
your
same one.
snoring.
It was the same one.
But yeah, Samantha was walking in the hotel, and she just one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I still give her a hard time about it today.
Man.
Lance, I feel like you've just been kind of out of the episode.
It's all right, man. Y'all share y'all's memories. Go ahead.
Lance is out of place on video.
You go ahead and read that email because it is one of your man church guys.
Cool.
So maybe that's how we can bring you back into the program.
All right.
Lance usually carries the show. I just want to say.
So he says that he doesn't mind his name being used. So I will go ahead and say this is from Aaron Everett. He was in our man church group on Sunday evenings this past year. Tremendous testimony. Great guy. Saw him yesterday, talking to him, catching up with him a little bit. So
He would be a fantastic guest
he would be
for the show.
He would be. So he says, thank you so much for the last 50 podcasts. It's so nice to be able to hear what other Christians go through on a daily basis as we navigate this broken world of ours. One of my big questions after my reawakening, still trying to figure out what to call this time in my life, was how am I supposed to live as a Christian man? What is expected of me, and what does daily life look like? Y'all, along with Man Church, have given me more answers than I could ever imagine. Thank you for being so open and honest. Your words do more than I think y'all know. One question, please. I just finished reading the Bible all the way through. What do you recommend I do now? Thank you again for everything. Can't wait for the next 50. Oh, there's a lot in there.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, Aaron.
Yeah.
Cool to hear all that.
All right. Who wants to make the first suggestion for what he should do next?
Well, seeing as Chase is over discipleship, I say we go to Chase. David, switch that.
I would say, first off, it's a huge thing to read through the Bible an entire year. So that is awesome. And I think what I would recommend is, in some sort of way, going back, and I don't necessarily say start reading through the Bible again, but either start again or find pocketed of books here or there that maybe stuck out to you as you read through the Bible in the whole year, and read slowly through them. I'm much more of a slow reader for me personally. So like in January, or actually in December, started a 3-year Bible reading plan, which is a lot slower of one chapter a day, give or take. And so that would be my recommendation, is either pick something that stood out to you out of last year's reading, a certain question marks or something, and maybe slowly read it and take some time to dig a little bit deeper into certain books.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that would probably be my first recommendation. Would be to take a deep dive into a book. But man, there's so many directions you can go in. If you know you have a deficiency in your walk, if there's something that you're struggling with, then you can research that and go through all the verses, all the passages that deal with that. And if there are any commonalities in that, you could do word studies. You could take grace, you could take faith, you could take love, you could take practically anything and do word studies on those and understand that facet of God even more than that. So there's a million different directions you could go in. But I'll borrow a phrase from you, Chase. It just, a lot of it depends on your context and what may be pressing on you at the moment. But reading the Bible through a year is great. And we got to kind of go on that journey with Aaron a little bit in Man Church because it was so refreshing. I mean, he would come in, we would meet each week and he would come in and he would just be just real wired about what he had read that week and what he would see in Scripture kind of playing out in his life and God being active in that. And it was really refreshing to see. So it's really good all the way around.
Should we tell him about the 30-day shred?
Yeah, I came across that over the past few weeks.
Did I send you?
No, I just happened to come across it.
You didn't send it to me.
Well,
Is this a workout plan?
No,
Somewhat.
it's reading the Bible in 30 days. And
I haven't even seen this.
according to, if we saw the same account, according to that fella, you could do it if you put 2 hours a day to it.
Is it from the Fear Factor guy?
No.
Unfortunately, that would be great if it was.
It's a plan on you version.
But he says, I can't remember, who was it? Do you remember?
Well, it was probably Nathan Finocchio. I think I sent you an article.
Isn't that the bullet manufacturer?
I was thinking it was the guy that's nose grew.
No, I just remember scrolling around and seeing this, but
Dummy.
but he said that you, by condensing it that way, you see God in a different way.
It is Nathan Finocchio. Don't just Google 30-day shred. Just note to self.
Wow.
It wasn't anything bad. It was just a workout.
I think I sent you an art because he's done this for like 12 years. Nathan has. And I've seen him talking about it on social media for at least the last 4 years. And every year around December, I tell myself, yeah, I'm going to try it. And then I never try it. But this year he's doing I think he called it an apologetic shred. So like he's, in addition to doing that every day, he's writing, I don't know what you would call them, but I mean, on his Substack, he's writing kind of like points and questions and apologetics issues that come up during the day's reading. He's writing on that. And I think I had sent you one. So maybe that's where he came across it.
Let's go with that then.
Yeah, I'll read it. Send me some of that.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. You going to do the shred?
Probably not, but
I'm currently downloading the 30-day shred cheat sheet.
Yeah, he published a book. It's like a little devotional
is
thing.
that basically what he says it would take you to do?
It's the reading plan. So like day 1, you're reading Genesis 1 through 42. And then Genesis 43 through Exodus 29.
I think by like day 6, you'd be like, I'm in this desert I can't get out of.
And what does it say about somebody like me who's actually on church staff and sitting there going, there's no way humanly possible I could do that?
Yeah.
Well, point 2 under the shred cheat sheet.
I love that we're talking about the shred. I didn't even plan for that.
You could break it up.
Read quickly.
4 30-minute parts.
Read quickly and don't feel guilty about it. We are aiming to see the big picture of scriptural unity and continuity. And if you don't complete the readings, you won't see the readings.
Are we supposed to read it as fast as that? Remember that guy?
We want you to see
fastest reader.
We want you to see the scope of the scripture. So make finishing your priority. That will probably involve some level of skimming on some days.
Yeah. So I'm on day 12. I mean, today's
You're doing this?
Yeah. And I went back and forth. The reason I'm kind of excited to talk about it is because I went back and forth about like whether or not I would tell anybody that I was doing this. Because if I fail, well then.
Or you could create sins like jealousy in me that you're actually doing it and now I'm jealous.
Okay, but
there's no such thing as failure. It's just lessons.
We've already talked about failure.
But it is an interesting.
Doesn't work. It's okay.
It isn't. Are we still on video, David?
We crashed 30 minutes ago.
He's playing like
He's been playing Clash of Clans or something. But no, that was the first thing that Kayla told me. She said, when I told her I was going to do it, she was like, you're not going to retain anything. And I was like, but that's not the point. The point is, like, quite honestly, the exact opposite of the advice that Chase just gave Aaron of slowing down. The point is to see the whole thing quickly. Mm-hmm. And Nathan is very famous for talking about, you miss. Obviously, there's different, and we've talked about this on 50 episodes of The Journey. There's different levels of fellowship with God, communion with God through prayer, through scripture, all those things. And so, like, a lot of times we get focused on, well, I've got to meditate on scripture, but like, there's actually a lot that you miss just staring at it like this. And so there's value into doing the whole thing quickly.
Are you reading it or are you listening to it or both?
The majority has actually been reading, but I've done the majority.
What does he say about listening to it? Does he say anything about that?
I think he does say that you could.
I can't do that. I can't listen to it.
I don't think I would. I think, again, I know it's not necessarily about retention, but I think I would much rather read. Yeah, but that's just the way.
If you skim, can you say you actually read the Bible all the way through?
Yeah. Who made these rules?
And I didn't read everything that he wrote about that, but is part of the reason, because when you read the Bible slowly, you're taking an individual facet, you're taking an individual sight lesson from that little passage that you've read that day, and you're taking that in, which is great benefit. But reading it in 30 days, you're getting the big picture, which also has great benefit that you don't necessarily get when you're reading it inch by inch. Is that basically what he's saying?
Yeah. So, like, because Genesis is the first book in the Bible, I've read Genesis more than any other book, because every time you try to start a plan, you start with Genesis. And so, I mean, that's over, years. And so I feel like I have a good grasp on the patterns of Genesis, but I feel like I got an even better grasp on them by reading Genesis in a day.
It's not chronological though.
It's not chronological.
No, it's literally straight through.
But you could take that 2-hour chunks in the chronological and do it that way too, easily.
In regards to listening versus reading, I definitely try to go with reading as the priority, but let's see, when was it? I think it was Friday. I was doing some other stuff around the house and I knew that I needed to do it, but I also knew that if I didn't, that's the thing. If you fall behind, you're not going to finish it in the 30 days because you're reading 35 to 40 chapters a day. And so even if you're like, oh, I've just got 10 more, I'll catch up tomorrow. Well, now you're reading 50 or 60. So you got to stay on top of it. And Nathan said that too. He said, if you have to skim, then skim, because the important thing is that you finish each day. So there's been a little bit, like in, I think it was 1 Kings, I listened to. I skimmed a little bit of 1 Chronicles because Kayla and I went out of town Saturday to a birthday party. And so like I was behind and I had to finish it. One thing that's helped me actually is I have the Dwell Bible app. And so like, if you're not familiar with Dwell, like you can listen to scripture, but it also like you can pick some ambient music to go behind it or some hymns or piano or whatever you want to do. So it's really helped me to listen and read at the same time because my mind will wander if I'm just reading, especially when it's like Leviticus through 2 Chronicles.
But your mind doesn't wander when you listen? Because mine does.
Not as much. I mean, it still does. I don't know how to completely get away from that, but it with somebody reading at the same time that I'm reading, it helps. And I sped up the voice to like 1.7.
Ooh.
Yeah, if I'm listening to something that's just reading, I'm like way over here in left field.
Yeah.
But like, if you think about it, if you want to get really legalistic about, reading or listening doesn't count, Jesus probably listened to scripture more than he read it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's one's any better than the other.
Can we fact check that?
Ask him, see what he says.
But one of the most helpful things that helped me hopefully get a big picture understanding was the survey of the Old Testament, survey of the New Testament. I think those are very similar to that, but you're not actually reading every bit of the scripture in 30 days, but you are taking a holistic view of what God is communicating overall through the Bible instead of, okay, well, here's a way you can live a little bit better today, way of reading little bitty snippets of scripture here and there.
I've really enjoyed it. I mean, and I've actually had more trouble with 1 Kings through 2 Chronicles than I did with Leviticus.
Oh.
I don't know why that is, but Leviticus really wasn't that bad. And I made a joke to somebody that, like, you know, just a regular year read through the Bible in a year thing, somebody doing that is going to get stuck in Leviticus 2 months from now. And I've been done with Leviticus. So should we do a journey shred? Should we take a month later this year and do a journey shred?
We could.
Because that's, and like, this is actually answering Aaron's question too, is I think because I am a firm believer in different levels of communion with God and therefore different levels of scripture, I'm kind of like, okay, what am I going to do on January 30th when I finish this, Lord willing? Like, what would I do next? I don't want to wait, because I've enjoyed it so much actually that I don't want to wait until next January to do it again. But I don't necessarily want to be spending 2 hours a day, because I feel like it takes away from being able to read other things too. So I don't know if I'll do it. Like, I've thought about shredding once a quarter. Thought about shredding a couple times a year. I don't know. But if we decide to do it as a show, then I might can do that.
I can go ahead and tell you I'm not doing it.
I was fixing to say, what's half of a shred?
Yeah.
I may be able to commit to that.
Yeah.
20 something chapters a day.
Yeah, I was thinking through like 60 days versus 30 days or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what I think. I'd have to.
I don't really prefer that style, but that's just me.
I'm a lot slower
Same.
reader. So I think it would be hard for me to get through that many one day.
As usual, nobody wants to do what I want to do.
I guess I was the most on board of the other three of us.
Which kind of surprises me.
Well, I like the idea of it being different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
And just to see if I'd have a, kind of what my experience would be in trying it.
I mean, I'm not against it, would be open to it. I think the hardest thing for me is like adding that on top of other things already,
Yeah.
And so like trying to navigate through all of that. One thing I have seen though, depending on whether it's that or a reading plan or whatever, and like even speaking to Aaron's question as well, like just the importance of still having some sort of, even in a reading plan, like there's a goal oriented into your reading plan and you're thinking about finishing that. And sometimes, at least personally, that goal oriented mindset can pull the devotional part of that out. So what I've seen that I've had to do is like have something that's still devotional reading on top of the reading plan. And not that, like you said, Aaron comes in and shared, what he had heard from, or God had spoke to him from all those chapters that he's been reading, which is good. But it's just my personality. I've had to have some sort of level of like still devotional, like slowly read, like right now at home, as I'm reading through this 3-year reading plan, I'm still walking slowly through Matthew. So like I this morning read Matthew 10, 16 through 19, something like that. That's still on top of today. I'm in the middle of Job right now, which has been a struggle, but
I start Job today.
That one you can skim.
Job I am ready to be done with Job. The only problem with the 3-year reading plan is
You're going to be in Job
forever.
Job over a month.
All right. Well, Aaron, as usual,
and we need to get to the other part, maybe next episode, about what it means to live as a man. And we can have a lot of good discussion about that.
as usual, I don't know that we answered his question, but
I think that, the whole answer was, a lot of options. Find what kind of direction you want to go next. And there's plenty of, it's one thing I even tell all my kids, like, if you want to do something specific, like, let's find you something. If you want to read through the book of Matthew, we can find you a plan for that. Like, if you want to study this, we can find you a plan. Like that's the thing. You just figure out, hey, what kind of direction do I want to go? And then once you start researching, the options are really endless.
Just keep going. Just figure out something that works for you and something that's intriguing to you. And the biggest thing is, I think, also remembering you never finish.
Yeah.
I mean, you finish a plan,
right?
But we're still, growing and taking that time to say, okay, God, what do you want me to do next? And I think I was talking yesterday in our Discover Ridgecrest first meeting here at the church to that group of folks. And, I was like, look, we want you to jump in here at Ridgecrest, but more than anything, we want you to be where God wants you to be, And so same kind of concept, like find what works for you, what God's leading you to do, and be obedient. The shred works for Broxton. Can't wait for these 30 days. He's going to be shredded. And then
he's going to show up without a shirt on for the next podcast.
No.
But that might not work for me, and we'll see if it does or not. But if it doesn't, that's okay. God's not looking down from heaven and being like, well, Broxton can do the shred, Chase can't. So he's higher on my priority list.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah.
So, but you might say that the journey never ends.
Yeah.
But this episode of the journey has come to an end. So, because we're over the time, and we're just over the time.
First video episode, boys.
Assuming everything is still rolling. I mean, I guess. So
David's got it under control.
We haven't heard of
Broxton.
Mayday yet.
I really trust that if it wasn't, that he would have told us by now. But
David's got it under control.
he's very fond of when we do, especially if it's like a new person doing RBC3 that's kind of nervous coming in here doing RBC3 for the first time, and it'll, if they're new at it, it'll take a few takes and we'll finally get through it. And David will say, all right, well, I guess I should turn on the camera now. So I hope he's probably going to say the same thing when we wrap this episode of the journey. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the journey now. And hopefully you'll be able to watch next week too. So
Lunch on us.
yeah, first comment, lunch on us.
Lunch on Chase.
Yeah, lunch on Chase, lunch on Ridgecrest Discipleship. All right, we'll see you next week.